we're going to talk about, while I'm drinking my coffee here, about the World War II Battle of Midway. I was watching the World War II in color series on Netflix, and I'm a huge history buff, and if you're not, you're probably turning it off already, but that's fine. So big picture here is that the Japanese were very meticulous in the way that they were planning. They planned the attack of Midway for months. And they had a number 2 general that was basically paralyzed by doing anything but doing it by the book to the letter. Meanwhile, our intelligence officers cracked a bit of their code and was able, because of a photographic memory, to determine that Midway was the point because of a water breakdown that previously took place that they pieced together and were able to figure out what that code meant. So basically, we launched our carriers towards Midway. Japanese are going towards Midway. Japanese have no idea we're coming, and basically the Nagumo, who was number 2 general, is stuck on a flight deck with half of his aircraft ready to defend him, the other half ready to go attack the ground in Midway. And just through complete happenstance, two wings of aircraft from 2 different carriers attack at the same time. One by design, the other one got lost and just happened to pop out at the same exact time. So Nagumo, seeing this, knows that he's in big trouble, but because the book says that you need to do it a certain way, chose to do nothing, basically, besides keep on doing what he was doing. And as a result, it was a complete disaster for them. They lost, I think it was 4 carriers, I believe it was, and pretty much changed the course of history through the battle, the war, and potentially of all humankind. Now, bringing that back to what we do, is that the way this is portrayed, it looks like it's complete sort of luck. We basically won this battle because of luck. And the way I see it is that if it wasn't for a hardworking intelligence officer basically figuring out how to get the carriers there in the first place, they would have took Midway relatively easily, and who knows where the war would have gone from there. So basically, a little bit of planning goes a long way. Sometimes a full financial plan isn't necessarily what you need, but sometimes just having a review on a consistent, maybe twice a year, maybe even once a year, can just sort of guide you in the right path, and maybe you end up walking into a gold mine because of that once a year review, or maybe you don't, but who knows? That's just the way things happen sometimes. So that's all for today, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.